Johnny Cashmere, why did you betray your friend Joel Maximo?
My friend Joel Maximo. Didn't talk to him for 12 years while I was not in the wrestling business. I had plenty of fair weather friends. Let me tell you something. With friends like Joel Maximo, who the hell needs enemies? I'm not getting any younger. I got to fast track my career. If it means blowing out the other guy's candle to make mine shine a little bit brighter, I'm all for it, Dank. I don't care what anybody says.
It's terrible, man. Terrible, man. Johnny Cashmere. All right, so Tiffany Avatar just lost the Goddesses of War championship, and I heard she went to, Lucky Leo's, to sulk in the candy stuff. So let's go see how she's doing. What the hell? Tiffany, are you all right, Tiffany?
Is that my buddy?
What happened? You lost the title.
She poisoned my lollipop, smashed me over the head with it. I don't have my title anymore, buddy. I can't go home. I can't go to Candyland. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna lay here, okay?
Oh, okay. All right, Tiff. All right. Man, that Amity, she's really tough. Wait, what? What the hell? All right, I'm hanging out with Cowboy Bob Orton. You're going into the St. Louis Hall of Fame, sir. How do you feel about that?
Oh, man, it's great. It's great. I can't wait. Some of them guys that are on there were my idols when I was a child, and to be a part of that group it's special.
It's very special, man. Your whole family's going to be here to induct you. How does that make you feel?
Great.
Of course it's great. Everybody's going to be here.
Yeah.
That's awesome, awesome. Congratulations, sir, and thank you for taking a moment of your time to hang out with me, Papa Dank, from Long Island, New York, really.
All right. Well, my pleasure. Hey, everybody in New York.
Thank you.
I just want to say that it was super rude of you to walk away from me earlier.
You're talking to the New York State champion. You're going to have to pay up.
Do you take kale?
Dude, goodbye. Whip wreck, Cation, doesn't matter.
We'll see what happens, but it looks like we have a special guest. Get my earplugs on.
No.
You was looking for Tina, and then you talk about people.
Dominate tonight, all right? The Dirty Deeds, they got nothing.
We're now the new Starlet champion. What's going on?
Hi, I am fearless princess, so why not team up?
All right, now just announced by Mr. Joel Maximo for February.
Finisher is called the Shadow Band, and I was like, that's kind of.
Hold on. Let me speak. Okay?
But today I got a very special guest. I got the great.
Welcome to Beyond the Barricade. I'm your host, Papa Dank, and today I have a very special guest. I'm going to bring to you the owner of Bree Combination Wrestling, which has an event this Sunday. So make sure you check that out, and we'll talk about the matches and much, much more as I bring to you the one and only Anthony Cole. What is up?
What's up, Papa Dank? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great now that you've arrived.
Awesome. Let's get the party started.
Let's get started. Before we go into the matches, let's go into the history of how you founded Bree Combination Wrestling.
Oh, man. You know what? I love telling this story. So prior to wrestling, I was doing a whole lot of other stuff in my entrepreneurial pursuit. I had hip-hop artists, I had comics, I had poets and everything. And, I built this team, and I would always tell my team, listen, we can't use every idea that you guys come up with, but pitch them anyway. You might have a diamond in the rough, and, if I don't hear it, I'll never know if we can pursue it. Right. So one night, this was January 2016. We had all the comedy and stuff going. That was going great. But two of my guys that were wrestlers called me up at like 3:30 in the morning, and they were like, Ant, we got an idea for you. We got a new business venture for you. So I'm like, I'm sleepy. I'm like, all right, shoot, what is it? They like, let's start a wrestling company. I'm like, a wrestling company? I'm like, nah. Call me back when you guys are sober, man. It's yeah.
You thought they were drinking?
I thought they were drinking like 3:30 in the morning. You calling me about a wrestling company? I don't know anything about running a wrestling company.
Right.
So, but I told them, pitch it anyway. So they pitched it and they were like, look, man, we do great at all these other ventures, but I think that if we did a wrestling company, you would love it. You know, it's a new experience. And then they said this to me. They said, and think about this chant, BC Dub, BC Dub, BC Dub. When I heard that, I instantly sat up. And I'm like, oh, I love that chant. So tell me more about what it takes to do this wrestling. So, you know, we put everything together. We found a venue. And you know, we had that conversation January 2016, and we did our first wrestling show March 2016. So it was a quick turnaround, and we've been here ever since, you know. And I can't take all the credit. You know, I gotta give some shout outs to a few people.
Let's do it.
First of all, you know, my man Georgie, God bless the day. He passed away a couple of years ago, unfortunately. But you know, he's still in my heart. And then my other guy, Flex, you know, these two were very instrumental in helping me get BCW going. And Flex is off doing his comedy thing. Kudos to Flex, you know, he's really blowing up on his industry. And I just want to, you know, give them a shout out, you know, because
100%.
For 7 years. And if it wasn't for that phone call, you know, I would have still been doing my other stuff. But like the wrestling, I probably wouldn't be doing it, you know. And then in addition to those two guys, I got to really give a big shout out to my wrestling pops. Shane O'Neill from NYWC, like he taught me
Shane
that I know in this business, man. And,
I know that guy.
Yeah, man, I love that guy. I have so much respect for him, man. That's my wrestling pops, and like I thank those guys because the phone call and then being under Shane's tutelage for a while, you know, and I still go to Shane from time to time when I need some help. So it's been great, man. And I just think about when I came in this industry, I had no idea, I didn't know anybody, but look, 7 years later, I'm so excited.
Here you are. You know so many people, and John Blaine is looking forward to Sunday as well.
Oh, Johnny boy, yeah.
What's up, John? How are you?
Show. I can't wait.
He does the kickoff show. Yeah, I was a little bit of the last kickoff show as I was a very special guest that day.
Yes.
Accompanying my friend, the one and only Con Candy Princess, Tiffany Avatar, was celebrating a birthday today. So let's give her a quick shout out, Tiffany Avatar.
Birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
She got her nails done today.
Princess, yes.
She got cotton candy nails now.
Nice.
All right, now let's go into the logo. Now, we had this conversation at the show, but let everyone know how you came up with the logo for Brie Combination.
Oh, man, the logo home. Let me see if you can see my shirt. Can you see my shirt? Boom.
We can see it.
Man, listen, let me tell you something. Ever since I was a kid, I have been obsessed with anime, especially Dragon Ball Z. I'm going to tell you a little story. This is a first. No one's ever going to hear this. So Dragon Ball Z, when I was a kid, it used to come on Sunday, right? And I was supposed to go to church on Sundays, right? My mom would wake me up, tell me you better be in church. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to be in church. But, you know, when you go to church, you got to be there for the whole service, you know, the pre-service and the service, right?
True.
You know, right? So
Dragon
Ball Z used to come on at like 10 o'clock on Sunday. So
no.
Get in trouble watching Dragon Ball Z or be at church on time. I was never at church on time.
Now, you know, I'm 50 years old, and back then it was you had to have some money to get a VCR to tape stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So, like, we didn't have that stuff, like, growing up. Like,
so you had to see it, right?
You're right. So I understand your obsession with being home to watch it.
Yes.
That's great.
My love for Dragon Ball Z, you know, I just love dragons. I've always had an affection for dragons, you know. And as I started developing the company, I wanted a logo that is dear to my heart, you know. And the dragons, man, I spent a lot of hours looking at different logos, trying to come up with something unique. So when you see this logo, right, you know that's BCW. You know what I mean? It's like this is an original out of my brain onto, you know, the company brand. So
it's definitely one of a kind, 100%. Now, who actually designed it for you?
Oh, I had a designer out of California that I sent the drawings to, and then she like colored it in, put the finishing touches on it. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. All right. Now, since you love dragons, I know we talked about this as well. You're a big Game of Thrones fans.
Oh, yes, indeed. Love Game of Thrones. Since episode 1, season 1.
So, what was the highlight of the first run of the original series that stood out to you? Like, man,
You
that was
know
great.
what?
Great moment.
What stood out to me, there was a lot of great moments, but what stood out to me with the first series of Game of Thrones was that they were not afraid to kill off the main characters, right?
Yes.
Like when the first king got killed, they beheaded him. Oh
Right.
man, I was like, I can't believe they did that, right? So like throughout the whole thing, I was like, oh wow, it was a shock factor, and I loved it. I loved it, man.
I loved it
So,
too. What did you think of the ending? I know it was very controversial.
oh man, the ending could have been so much better. First of all, when you had the fight with the Ice King,
Uh-huh.
I mean, all the training she had been through, right? All the training she fought the faceless guy. You know, she was blind, she was getting beat up, and
Right.
now I'm like, listen, I need to see this epic fight, and it was just one stab.
One stab and it was
One
over.
stab. I'm like, what are you doing? Right? No,
Done.
I didn't like that. You know what else I wanted to see? I wanted to see more glimpses of the oh man, what was the dragon queen's name? What was her name?
Which one? The mother?
The mother, yeah.
Yeah, Cersei.
Cersei. No.
Not
Cersei?
Cersei. Yeah, the
No,
one who
not
had
Cersei.
Oh, Daenerys.
Daenerys. Listen,
Yes.
I wanted to see more glimpses of Daenerys taking on like the Mad King's identity. You know, because when she had the dragon burn up the
That's
two
true.
dudes, the father and son, I'm
Right.
like, yes, she has it in her. But then, you know, they didn't go into it. Now, I was
Didn't
disappointed
explore
about that. Yeah, they didn't explore it. So, you know, those were a couple of things that I thought could have been better. You know.
100%. Now we're going to talk about the sequel. Well, the
Oh,
prequel,
man.
really. House of the Dragon. What did you think of the first season?
You know what? The first season, it was slow, but it started to pick up towards the end. I loved it. And I thought it was funny how the princess is having all these babies,
I know.
but none of them looks like.
No,
Oh man, it was wild. It was
They're-
wild.
they're like
And
they're
then,
all
the
adopted.
uncle and the niece now. It's like, yo, what are you doing here? Like, oh no.
Yeah, once they grew up, everybody, then it started to take off.
Yeah.
And now this upcoming season, man, your thoughts on the previews so far?
Listen, it looks good, man. I hope
It's
they
really
like go into some of the stories because there's some questions that need to be answered.
There is
You
some
know?
questions.
Yeah.
And we got, what, 2 weeks left?
2 weeks, yep.
2 weeks. Now, I don't know if you're up. Like me, we're going to skip out of Dragons for a moment, but I'm a big Power fan. So that's coming up this Friday
okay,
for
that's
me.
coming up too. Yes. Yeah.
Ghost is my favorite one of all of them.
All of them, yeah.
All of them. And I was so upset when I saw the final season. I'm like, what, are they crazy? This is like the best one out of all of them.
Yes.
But they
And I'm
promised
reading
a lot of
up on it.
stuff.
There's rumors that Ghost might not be dead, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
He may
this
show
is
up at the end.
Yeah.
So they're smart. They split it up. You got 10 episodes, split up to 5 each. So one's
Yeah.
coming out now, and then the rest are coming out like in September.
Exactly. Keep the crowd
So
anticipating.
they got you hooked.
Right? Got you hooked. Exactly.
They got me hooked. And
Mhm.
all I've been thinking about is when is this show going to air so I can watch.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for that too.
Just
Yeah.
like House of Dragons. I'm really excited. I mean, I saw the preview and I'm like, this is going to be fucking amazing. Is my exact words.
Mhm.
I know we're going off track with all the movies and stuff,
That's all
but
right.
that's what Beyond the Barricade is all about, going off track.
Right. Listen.
All right, let's go over this show. Now, it's the 7-year anniversary of Brie Combination Wrestling this Sunday, June 9th, at the Mecca itself in Ridgefield Park. Doors open at 4. Bell time is 5 p.m. Let everybody know where they can get their tickets before we go into some of the matches.
Oh, you can get tickets on Eventbrite. Go to Annie, ANNI7.eventbrite.com. Get your tickets right there.
All right, good stuff, good stuff. Hold on, we got a comment. Who is Daniel Lopez.
Oh.
I don't know what he's talking about, but we'll skip over that. All right, let's start with the matches, not necessarily in order. Now, it's Harleen Lopez taking on the dastardly Leo Sparrow, who doesn't like me very much, Anthony.
Oh, wow. I never
know.
knew that. Now, why'd you say he doesn't like you?
If you watch the opening promo, he wanted me to pay him, and I was going to give him kale because that's what he loves, and he wasn't too happy with that.
He wasn't too happy. Oh wow.
No. So tell me about this matchup.
Oh man, so Harleen Lopez
Oh
was in
man.
the finals for the Queen of the North 2024.
Right.
And she just came up short, real short against Notorious Mimi. So now she's like, look, I went the distance, I came up short, but I need a challenge and I want to take on all challenges. And then I'm like, you know what? We got a couple of guys that's been reaching out. They want to, debut on BCW. And what better place to debut on BCW than at Anniversary 7? So we looked at, a couple of different people, and Leo Sparrow was the one that stood out. So Harleen Lopez versus a debuting Leo Sparrow. Looking to see this one. This one's going to be a good one.
It is going to be a good one. I've seen them both wrestle. Harleen, she's not called the spiteful brute for no reason.
Yeah, exactly.
She's as tough as they come.
Yeah. She's been impressing us at BCW too. So.
Yeah, 100%. Now you're giving people quality, top-notch matches here, because I was at the last show and it was stellar from beginning to end, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. We gotta give the people what they want, right?
That's true. All right, next up is the winner of the Queen of the North herself, the Notorious Mimi with AJ Pan against Clara Carreras.
You see that this one is going to be a good one. Notorious Mimi has been with us for a while. She was actually on the previous Queen of the North, and she didn't make it to the finals. But you know what? If at first you don't succeed, try again. Right. So now she actually won the Queen of the North. She's the QOT in 2024. Right. And again, just like Harleen Lopez, she's taking on all competitors. But now Notorious Mimi, she also has the opportunity to select the place, time, date when she wants to fight Vicious Vicky for the title.
Wow.
And Vicious Vicky's got a lot of people looking at her right now.
Right.
So,
now, could she decide at the moment that you could just challenge her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Good stuff. All right. Next match, the one and only Anthony Gangone, Dr. Sleep versus Jay Bougie. Now, I know Anthony Gangone very well, and he's not one to mess with.
Listen, I'm actually afraid of this match. You know why? Because
why?
Because Jay Bougie, he's been quiet. Like if you look at the activity of Jay Bougie on social media,
right.
He's usually very boisterous. He's out there. He's quiet, man. I'm thinking he's like Dr. Dre in the lab, just perfecting his craft, because him and Anthony Gangone have been going at it since the Queen of the North. I mean, not the Queen of the North, since the Grand Dragon tournament. Anthony Gangone beat Bougie, and Bougie has always felt like that belt rightfully belongs to him. They've been battling back and forth since then, and now here's the culmination of that battle. Anthony Gangone versus Jay Bougie for the Grand Dragon Championship. Oh, this one is gonna be violent. Man, listen.
Now, speaking of the Grand Dragon Championship, look at that belt. You can see a glimpse of it, but that's a beautiful belt. Now, I saw it up close, and it is spectacular.
Appreciate that.
That's what it's all about. You got to stand out in this business, and Recombination Wrestling is definitely standing out.
Thank you.
100%. I really mean that. All right, now, Faye Jackson, a favorite at Recombination, versus Tiara James. Tell me how this match is
Tiara, yes. Oh, man. Again, Faye Jackson. I actually saw Faye Jackson at WrestleMania in Philly. And, we got to talking. And, she mentioned to me, she said, Ant, I never lost that title. And I looked at her and I said, listen, I know you never lost it. You got injured and you had to drop it.
Right.
But, hey, listen, sometimes, if you let something go and it comes back to you, it was always meant to be.
That's true.
Like, so if you want to throw your hat back in that arena, we can make it happen. And she's like, say no more. And then a reunion was born. Faye Jackson is back at BCW. And as always, we got to give her the best of the best of the best of the best. And who better than top tier Tiara? And again, this is another person making their debut on BCW at Anniversary 7. So, like you said, we want to bring nothing but the best.
Top notch. 100%. Now, you're right. Setting something free and letting it come back is meant to be. Works for wrestling, but it does not work for your love life. Let me just confirm that.
That's true too. That is true.
I'm just talking for experience here, Anthony. I'm just
I
saying.
hear you, man. I hear you.
All right, let me see what else I got here. I got a couple more matches. All right, now we got the one and only Vicious Vicky versus Lena Cross. Now, I don't know much about Lena Cross, so let us know more about her.
Lena Cross has been tearing it up on the indie scene. She works very close with Bell to Bell. I've seen her a couple of times, and she's actually going to be in New York. So it all just worked out perfectly for us. You know, she's a hard-hitting powerhouse. I think that this match against Vicky is definitely going to take Vicky to the next level. I think she's going to really, put that work in. But again, Vicky's the champ. She's no slouch.
She's already top tier.
She's already top tier, right?
Yeah.
So this one's going to be another banger.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be a banger. Now we got the one and only Mr. Darius Carter versus Victor Benjamin, the Savage Gentleman, man. How do you think this one's going to go?
Oh, man. Again, this is another one that I'm scared of.
Uh-oh.
The Savage Gentleman has been reaching out to me, sending me match after match after match. And he's like, listen, you want to put Darius in a position where he has to pull out all the stops, where he has to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that he is the champion and that he's going to be reigning. And I said to myself, well, Darius is my guy, man. He's the only two-time BCW World Heavyweight Champion. So if you want to throw your hat in that ring, just know I can't be responsible for what happens in that ring. And he's like, well, I'm the Savage Gentleman. If you can't be responsible for what happens to me, I hope you can't be responsible for what happens to Darius. So,
wow.
When you talk that, right? What can I say? I just, yeah. I just hope both of these two can walk out of the ring when it's all said and done.
I guess if everybody wants to find out, they got to head over to Richfield Park, the Mecca, 106 Bergen Avenue, this Sunday, as bell time is 5 p.m. and the doors open at 4 p.m. this Sunday. Yes, that's going to be quite the match. But I got one more match to highlight here. Pretty Boy Smooth versus Daniel Alexander for the NWA Exodus Midwest Heavyweight Championship. What?
You see
and
that?
NWA title's on the line?
NWA title is on the line.
Wow.
Yes, indeed. And I told Daniel, I said, Daniel, listen, you've been doing great. I love the work that you're putting in. Not only do I love your in-ring work, but I love your out-of-the-ring work, And I want to give you an opportunity.
What's up, Charlie?
I want to give you a quality championship match. Put your skills to the test. See what you can do. And I asked him, I said, would you be interested? And he said to me, what kind of question is that? That's like asking me if I'd be interested in breathing. And I said, well, say no more. Say no more. I love it. Listen, I love it when I don't have to pitch so hard, right? When I just put it out there,
right?
Say, listen, make it happen.
No, man.
Smooth was ready and willing. Daniel Alexander accepted. Match made in heaven.
He's definitely Daniel Alexander is very tough. I've seen him wrestle in many matches, and he's not one to take lightly. So Pretty Boy Smooth, he's in for a run this
run. I mean, Pretty Boy Smooth, he's like 6'9", 275.
Right.
He's a pretty big guy, but don't count Daniel out, man.
That's right. That NWA title might stay at Bree Combination for a minute.
You know what? And I wouldn't be mad at that. I would not be mad at that.
Billy Corgan's gonna be on the phone, man, trying to get that title.
He's gonna want a rematch, right? He's gonna want a rematch. Like, listen, Billy, good talk.
Oh man, you got a lot going on, Anthony, this Sunday.
Man, I love it, man. This Sunday, 7 years, man. I still can't believe it. Like, I'm sitting in the office right now. I don't know if you can see these flyers behind me, but
yeah, I can see them.
Look at them, like right there, the first one, Billy Gunn, anniversary 1, man.
Wow.
And then anniversary 2, Joe Gacy was the champion at that point in time.
Wow.
Anniversary 3, Darius Carter. He had won the title in that anniversary 3. He fought Austin Theory, who at last year, WrestleMania 2023 opened up WrestleMania and took on John Cena in California. So that's a big accomplishment. And then WrestleMania 4, Anniversary 4 was at the Showboat in Atlantic City. That was great. Darius comes out at the main event in a limo. You know what I mean? This old limo. Oh, he was killing it that day. That was Darius in rare form, right? And then Anniversary 5, Marina Shafir, the only person to have beat Darius Carter and take the championship from him. And then that went into Anniversary 5. And then last year, Anniversary 6, we had the vacant BCW title, and then Darius Carter and Caprice Coleman ended up fighting for the vacant title, and Darius got the better of him that night. So now Darius is champion again. And now Anniversary 7, Darius takes on the Savage Gentleman. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Wow. If you would have told me 7 years ago I'd be running a wrestling company and happy about it, I would have said, man, cocaine is a heck of a drug.
Speaking of running wrestling companies, let me say a quick hello to my good friend, Mr. Herb Simmons, who owns SICW out of Missouri.
Oh, what's up, Herb?
How you doing, Herb? Herb just had me out there for St. Louis Hall of Fame, where I met Cowboy Bob Orton.
Oh, wow. I've never been to St. Louis. I got to get out there.
Oh, it's beautiful. I loved it out there. Me and my son went, and we fell in love with Missouri.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I told him there's Bobcats there, and then he said, I got to go. He don't like the Bobcats. But yeah, man. Oh, man, this Sunday night is going to be hopping over there at the Mecca for the 7-year anniversary of Recombination Wrestling. Make sure everybody gets their tickets at Eventbrite. And I'm sure if they can't navigate through that, they can go to Recombination Wrestling on Facebook and get it through there. Right, Anthony?
Correct. Yep. And
tickets
will be available at the door. So
tickets will be available at the door. Yes.
They'll be at the door. Yep.
Man, and let me tell you, I was at the last show, and like I said, it is definitely worth the price of admission to come to one of your shows.
I appreciate
so
that.
Anybody who's watching needs to get their tickets right now. And I don't want to break my laptop here, but right now, and go this Sunday, and if you at the last minute, be like, oh shit, I didn't get my tickets, just head to the door, get your tickets right there, right, Anthony?
Yes, sir.
100%. And our good pal, John Blaine, will be there doing the pre-show as well.
Yes.
Want to give him...
Come on in, say hi, do an interview. It's Anniversary 7. Everybody's welcome.
That's right. Oh, thank you.
Yes.
The tan looks good, Papa Dank. Yes, I was at Seaside Heights Saturday for a Titan Championship Wrestling, Anthony.
Nice.
My neck got burnt.
Uh-oh. Yeah, the weather's getting nice now. I love it.
I know, man. I'm going to try to make it down this Sunday. I got to do a quick stop at Comic-Con in Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah.
With Tiffany Avatar, who's going to be there. And then I'll probably head down there and come visit you guys.
Definitely. Appreciate it, man. Come on out.
100%. Herb, put butts in seats. It's what it's about. You are 100% right. And tell that Bill Apter to stay away from my championship, Herb. Tell him to stay out in Missouri, wherever he's from. Pennsylvania. Anthony, any last words for the public before we head out?
No, man. Just check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Recombination Wrestling, and make sure you get your tickets to Anniversary 7, Eventbrite, Annie7.eventbrite.com, and let's make it happen, man.
Right there. Darius Carter takes on the Savage Gentleman, Victor Benjamin, for that BCW World Heavyweight Championship. You don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss Faye Jackson, as she brought down the house at the last show.
Oh, yes, sir. We
not
had
gonna
some
forget
new
that.
fans in there, and after the show, they were like, "That girls' match, oh, I loved it.
It was fire. Straight fire.
I really got behind Faye and her match. So
100%. I think she was out drinking in the corner, I saw her after the match.
Yes. Get the party started early.
Vicious Vixie takes on Lena Cross as well. That's going to be another great match, as well as that Spiteful Brute versus the one and only Leo Sparrow.
Leo Sparrow, yeah.
Yikes, that guy, man. I'm going to have to bring him some kale or something. I don't know, Anthony. Something's going on. Oh, we got more stuff going on. Herb says, send the ladies my way.
Oh, hey.
Herb's big time. Once again, a big thank you, Anthony Cole, for coming on. We appreciate you Everybody,
My
we will
brother.
see
No
you
problem.
soon. Make sure you get your
Definitely.
tickets for this Sunday's Brie Combination Wrestling. Anthony, just hold on for a moment. Everybody else, I'll be back tomorrow night.
Ooh.